Do not do not adjust your screens. Do not adjust your Twitch accounts. Don't change the YouTube. Yes, you're looking at Rashad Taylor. You're looking at Alan Scott. You're looking at
Hey
the
there.
Players Club, baby. What's good, bro?
What's up, man? How you been?
Oh man, you
Happy
know,
New Year.
Happy New Year, my guy. Yeah, New Year, new us. Look at us,
All
bro.
that.
That's what's up, man. How was your what you end up doing for New Year's?
Man, it was real laid back. It was cool. I didn't really do too much. Hung out with family and everything, and that's about it.
That's the way you're supposed to do it. Now, when you get our age, like that's New Year's for you. You
Yeah.
hang out with your family and you kick
The
it, man. This is
following announcement. The following announcement has been paid for by the Players Club.
What up? What up? What up, everybody? What up, man?
Yo.
This is your boy. This is Rashad Taylor. Oh my God, I'm trying not to cough. These trees are way too strong, man. Rashad Taylor, you know me as Taylor Morgan. Some of y'all, man, it's my guy Alan Scott. You know him as a shot, man. What's good with you, man? It's good to see you. It's been a little bit.
Been a couple weeks.
Yeah, man. You know, holidays come around and
Yeah.
stuff gets tight for a lot of people.
Tight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We
You
gotta
know,
get out.
I had stuff moving around with work and all that too. So yeah, it was different. It was different for a couple weeks.
All right.
Hey, what
Thank
up,
you.
man?
Miss, yeah. Hey, what's up, Rain? Yeah. We love all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the love though, Rain. Appreciate the promo. I want to say that too. That was huge, man. Thank you for that. So hey man, that's just, you just gotta understand. That's just who the shot is, baby. Don't take it personal.
What are you talking? Yo, Ray, yo, he lying. Why you lying? He be in my DM. That nigga hit me up on New Year's Eve talking about what you doing. Nah. Talking about I mean. What are you talking about?
So yeah, man. But I appreciate.
I responded. I'm nice. What you talking about?
Oh yeah, I know you, man. Of course you are. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know you don't. You know what I mean? You don't know what it is. But man, this is such a we might as well just go ahead and start here and get it out the way. Alpha Manias came and went. I had my last match in AECW for the foreseeable future, maybe forever. We don't know. And I'll be damned if I didn't walk out the winner of that match. I really thought I had a lot of momentum going into that match. Couple really good wins under my belt, going in there feeling good, feeling great. And I ran into three dudes that I wasn't expecting two of them to be as good as they were. And Kevin Taylor and Ghost were great, for the time that they were in the ring with yours truly. But man, the winner of the night was the Shot, man. Shot walked out, winner, and really it's really kind of, if you think about it, it's the part of the story that it's the last member of Evolution ends up being really the last man standing, because you were officially the fourth member that we end up adding at that point. You had the world title match that year, Alpha Mania.
Yeah, I did have one.
You were really the established star and also the the one of the founding fathers. And so, I thought it was fitting that you walked away, as much as it sucked to say. I thought it was fitting that you walked away with that win, man. So tell me, because again, in some ways, and I'm sorry if this happened, I feel like shot kind of got lost in Kevin Taylor and Rashad and Taylor Morgan and Ghost and Kevin Taylor. It was kind of like,
for me, it was almost it was a free for all. It was a free for all. Everybody else, y'all had beef. Like, of course, everybody was beefing, but I was like I said, I evolved past all of y'all.
Yeah,
I was just there waiting for my opportunity, and I took both of them.
Amen. And I can't be mad. That's what you were supposed to do. And mind you, I can't be mad. I'm be real. I was mad. Like, whenever we stop playing and you lose, I don't give a fuck what it is. Whether we're playing just match against each other or somebody, man. Once that is over and we lose, fuck, man. Fuck, I gotta figure this out, man. I gotta lose. And here's the cold part, man. I don't know about you. I don't like losing. Anyway,
I don't either.
Any regard. I hate it. I like losing to my friends even less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like let's say you and I don't know, I want to bring up Rain because Rain is good about, but you and Phil and
Menace.
Okay. I mean, that's real beef afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You beat him and Menace is not happy. He's not fucking with you for a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and CTB always got to step in like, all right, y'all, chill. Like, it's cool. We get it. But that's, Menace is a little hot-headed anyway. So, he can run that way. But I don't want to lose to you because I ain't got to hear about it from my opponent.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to hear, like, man, to make a promo and everything cool. Like, damn, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? People like that shit. Like, that's the worst part. Somebody make a promo about you and everybody likes it. It's like, oh, that's how y'all feel. But it's kind of one of those things. But at the end of the day, I ain't got to chat with them.
Yeah.
I ain't got to do a show with them.
Right.
We ain't got to play online together or nothing like that. So if I lose to you, it's like, bro, like, I don't want to, because that's coming over the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, like last time. Like, remember what happened last time when we was in it? All right, bro. All right.
Fact.
And then we got to act like it didn't matter. So that was last time. What's up? Do it again. Do it again. But knowing deep down that we're sad. But man, I want to ask you because, like I said, I got a lot of love for after the announcement that I was kind of going away.
Facts.
And I don't want to say that leaves Shot in a weird space, but what is the Shot doing now? Like, what is your plan now that this story has officially, or at least as far as ACW is officially kind of, fizzled or expired, I should say. What does that mean for you now?
I think you know what it means. I'm just going to keep doing Shot shit.
There we go. And I better question, what does the future hold for Storm? Somebody still.
Storm's her own woman. I don't know.
I mean, I know you got to know something about what her,
No, for facts. We're gonna have to confer about some shit. We definitely gonna have to have a conversation.
Right.
I'm gonna have to find out. Stay tuned for that shit.
Yeah, well, definitely stay tuned, man. Some big things coming up, for the Shot and for Taylor Morgan, for a lot of people in our book. But it is a new year, man. Already. Really just since the end of or since our last show, I'm trying to think of like when what's so we came out and talked about Diddy and Cassie. That was weird.
Yeah.
Then it got weirder and we threw in TD Jakes. And he ended up being like we don't have to spend time on that. Because my whole thing about the TD Jakes thing is like it's not that you were doing whatever you were doing. Like I don't care. Like do whatever you want to. Like this whole moral code of what a man of God is supposed to do. I don't care about none of that shit. Like, do what you want to do.
But you ain't hear the Uncle Murder John, right?
Yeah. What's that?
You said you didn't hear the Uncle Murder John, right?
Not yet. And speaking of which, thank you for that because we're gonna get to some Uncle Murder here as well with the wrap up. Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted for anything for that.
They're gonna try some shit.
I don't know. We'll see. You know, we'll see what happens there. But here's my whole thing about the TD Jakes thing, bro. Here's my whole thing about it. Like, why are you at Diddy's parties?
Shouldn't be there.
Like, that's my whole thing. It's like, I don't care what you're doing and everything, but why are you at Diddy's party? Like, that's really, really not the place that I expect you to be. And it's not the place that, hey man, the Players Club ain't going no place. Just I am. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's one of those things. And also, Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to everyone that, you know, that checks us out and everything.
Motherfucker said Happy New Year to me.
Yeah, but and yes, Jakes has been taking D. And here's the cool part. I'm just like, that doesn't surprise me. I grew up in black churches. Shot. I know similar. Yeah, for you as well. The black church is full of gay men. Like, that's not a, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And come as you are, everything, still have your relationship with the Lord. I don't care.
Usually the choir director.
But we know what happens at Diddy's parties. Like, we for years, we've heard about what goes on there. So my question is, what are you doing there, TD Jakes? Now, if they'd have said a Diddy brunch or something like that, I was like, okay, middle of the day, you know, crepes and bacon and, you know, and some chicken wings, maybe. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm like, multiple pictures of you at the party kicking it, like drinking. Like, what are you doing there? You know, and that's my whole question. Like, and I don't know. And I don't know if it's like what the rules are on pastors kicking it.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem like that's the environment.
He's not supposed to be there.
It's that particular space. It's not even like going to the club. I know a lot of pastors, youth pastors, stuff like that, who still have a drink, you know what I'm saying, from time to time, and still smoke cigars and stuff like that. But they're still, you know, steadfast in their faith and everything. So, you know what I mean? They're not going too far, but yeah, I'll go to the bar with you guys tonight. I'll go to the club with you guys tonight and stuff like that and kick it. But knowing that's not really what they're on.
Was it a gospel award show or something?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if it wasn't that, you don't have no reason to be there.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, I don't know. You do whatever you do in the privacy of your own home. I hate turning in, no offense, but to show up late. Oh, I don't know, because we're talking, and so they show up late as we kind of look over and see stuff pop up. So
I didn't even look at the shit. I forgot to put it back on.
Yeah, so that's how that works. Like, honestly, I would be sitting here clicking on everyone every time we come through just to make sure that we can get this. So yeah, it's a little bit, you know, once we get a producer and somebody that can press buttons behind the scenes, then we'll be able to do that. But yeah, but that TD Jakes news kind of took over everything for a couple days. I don't know, man. I thought it is what it is. Diddy just needs to go to jail at some point. And, you know, R. Kelly was a slow burn too.
Yeah, super slow. That shit took years.
That shit took years.
I don't think it was as bad as like Bill Cosby's took longer.
Well, I don't know. But no, hell no. Because we found out about Bill Cosby. Ironically, so my grandfather used to have, you know, had this mustache, and the rest his soul, but he had this mustache and he shaved it off one day. And I was like, bro, you look like Bill Cosby. You know, that's what he looked like. What he said to me, and mind you, I'm a sophomore in high school, something like that. So this is 1998, you know, 99, somewhere around there. And he says to me, I ain't no raper. Say nothing like that about me. And I was like, okay, well, but what? Like, not thinking nothing of it ever again until all the stuff comes out about Bill Cosby. Even still, it took what, 8 years for him to go to jail?
It was a long time.
R. Kelly wrote Aaliyah's debut album in 90.
Ain't nothing but a number.
Was in the video and everything in 1994. Right.
Yeah.
Bro. You know what I mean?
No, but Bill Cosby was already doing it before that.
Yeah. No, and we didn't know, mind you, the public didn't know anything. We knew about R. Kelly. We knew everything that he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He wrote songs about it. He was arrogant about it.
Bring in some people.
Put it in our face. Like,
where's everybody at? Bring in friends, bring in family.
Oh, yeah. We didn't really, you know, say anything, you know, about tonight either. So hopefully everybody
yeah.
Yeah, but as far as that is like, man, R. Kelly's been doing that and rubbing our face in it, even with the songs that he makes on his own. It's like, bro, this stuff is really overt. And now you go back to
telling me no, but my body telling me yes.
That's not a what? You know what I mean? Like that's hella weird, And so, and mind you can go back and listen to little words and stuff that he said, him and Aaron Hall and R. Kelly. Like it's a very strange time. It's a very aggressive. And I don't know what, I'm not saying they did anything, and I'm not putting that out there. And I'm not saying this at all. But one of BBD's biggest songs was a song called "Do Me." Right?
I don't think I know.
Baby,
yeah.
You can do me, and great song, right? The rap part of that song starts with dude saying, "Backstage, underage adolescent, how you doing? Fine, cutie pie, I sigh. I like to do the wild things." Like underage adolescent. Those are some of the words in the song and everything. So it was like, bro, you dudes are at least 20 something now.
Yeah.
And talking about underage adolescents, man, just a little weird for me. So TD Jakes has got some, he's got some problems. And I think he was in church talking about, I didn't do that. That ain't me. No, you did it, bro. We think you did it.
That's you, man.
Yeah, we think you did it.
Unless that was Brown. Was that Brown from Medea? No.
What, Brown was there?
Mr. Brown, was that him?
From Medea?
Yeah. I'm saying that's the only person that could be if it wasn't TD Jakes. Was that Mr. Brown?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's and mind you, Mr. Brown is slim fit now. So he's not, so he's not as big as what does the TD stand for? Huh? What does the TD stand for?
I don't know.
Well, now we know it stands for taking dick because that's what the good Reverend TD Jakes has been up to allegedly.
I need a soundboard. I gotta play some sounds. That shit was good.
Oh, you got a soundboard? Yeah, press those buttons, bro.
I gotta find one. I used to have that shit on my phone. Mike didn't like that shit.
I want the I want that sound. You know what I'm saying? I need that every now and then. And speaking of dropping hot bombs and stuff, man. For those of you who've never heard of Uncle Murda, Uncle Murda is actually, people don't know this, he's the hype man for 50 Cent.
Yeah.
So I went to 50 and Busta Rhymes show a few months ago, and the whole time I was like, is that Uncle Murda on stage with him? Didn't get to do a song, didn't get to do anything. He just did all 50's ad libs, in the back and everything. Him and Tony Yayo, say the ultimate yes man.
That's fine.
But every single year he gets his opportunity to shine as he kind of drops a wrap up about the year.
Crazy.
This year he did 3, I think. We're not going to listen to all 3. And I hope Twitch doesn't ban me again or get me for copywriting. This time it's I'm not streaming nothing ever again, probably unless I start paying people. And I don't know if we're going to be doing that anytime soon. So, I digress. But either way, man, Uncle Murda is somebody who
he spit that hard fucking shit.
Yeah, for the last
every year.
Yeah, for the last, I want to say, I think the first wrap up I can remember hearing was like, 2015, 16, something like that. And then I heard he got to a point to where he wasn't going to do it no more. And
he was saying that.
Yeah, he just wasn't going to, do that part anymore. So we'll see. But
he's going to keep doing it.
I think, mind you, that was 2 years ago that he said he wasn't doing it no more.
Yeah, he keeps saying that shit.
Since then, he's had 2 for the last couple of years. So if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play just one of 3 of Uncle Murda's wrap-ups, just because, don't nobody got time to be listening to 3 7-minute songs, 5-minute songs. That sounds crazy. So we'll get through as much as this as we can, but check it out.
Great Sean on the beat, by the way.
Just did it. I'm fresh off that final lap talk with my nigga 50. Oh, my money up. Happy New Year's. It's like I gotta do this shit. Y'all won't let me retire. I'm part of the holidays now. For the last 6 months, I've been touring with 50. But all y'all waiting for me to do is talk about Diddy. Y'all heard what happened, y'all know what happened, but y'all don't care.
Yo, you my little brother, man. Is that what it was? All right, little brother.
Crazy, sick, crazy. Jada piggyback on her shit again. Bitch doing interviews on her Tupac dick again. Will Smith need a new wife. I hope he find him one. She embarrassing the family like T.I. and Tiny Son.
You are embarrassing yourself and the family.
She need to get choked up, it might make her stop. She said I got back together when you smacked Chris Rock. She really want her name to be Jada Pinkett Smith Shakur. I used to want that Jada and Will love, not no more. I be trying to chill, but that year y'all get me started. Will Smith got caught getting fucked by Dwayne Martin.
I was wondering if I could fuck you.
That's where his best friend had told Tasha K. We been hearing rumors about them niggas being gay. Jada probably know it's true, people demeaning. That's probably why she went and fucked around with August Alsina. Then she found out he gay and he like men too. Now I'm thinking about all the shit that Jada been through. That's why she don't give a fuck how Will Smith be feeling. The nigga Keefy D got locked up for Tupac killing. 20-something years later, they finally saw the shooting. Keefy D out here saying Puff paid him to do it. I know the nigga Puff like, why the fuck he saying that? Carissa won the BET award, we all know you paid for that. I mean, he is fucker, so fuck it, is he wrong? She a freak, she got him open, that bitch like getting peed on.
You got to. It say take a shot if you like golden showers. I do.
She a real asshole. We all knew she was nasty. I wonder how she feel now knowing what Puff did to Cassie. He raped her, beat her up, made her fuck male prostitute. She sued you for 30 mil. Wonder how much she got from you. You settled in 24 hours. You gave for that bread. Young Doc said you the reason she had to save her head. Cassie really had Diddy out here bugging. He flew up Kid Cudi call when he found out they was fucking.
I thought we were fucking friends. You get the fuck out of here.
He was controlling her. He had her on some scared shit, paying other niggas to fuck her while he watched on some weird shit. I'm like, did he do it? Did he drug her? Did he rape her? If you ain't do this shit, did he? Why did you pay her? I'm like, did he do it? Did he drug her? Did he rape her? If you ain't do this shit, did he? Why did you pay her? I'm like, did he do it?
I thought it was gonna be funny.
Did he rape her?
I told you he go in on this one. This is part 2.
You was an icon, nigga. You ruined it. Did he documentary coming out? 50 Cent shooting it.
You ready? Okay, check this out.
I think it's called Did He Not or Did He Do the Shit now, son.
I haven't heard it yet. I heard it was okay though.
Mr. Take that was taking vagina. You even gang raped a 17-year-old minor. Everybody snitching on you. This shit ain't going well. You even try to get the acting nigga up in your hotel. 3 in the morning, Diddy, what the fuck was you trying to do? You was by yourself. You wanted him to come get your vibe with you. You're looking like R. Kelly can't even lie to you, nigga. 18 brands decided to cut ties with you. You had to leave a vote because your image is tarnished. And that R&B album that you put out was garbage. Even you and Aaron Hall got hit with a case together in that interview he did with Vlad, making shit look no better.
Everybody know me.
Yeah.
So everybody know if I say it, I'm gonna fuck it to death. I like the fucking public, you feel me?
Yeah.
So niggas can't say nothing about it. Them square ass niggas, them precious cake little dick niggas.
Yeah.
I like for them niggas to see how I fuck. Like you speak to Jodeci or Puffy or any of them niggas, they been at my house. They all see me fuck. They all know I'm a big nigga.
You been real quiet, Puff, why you ain't say shit? Even TD Jakes was up in your parties doing gay shit. Ever since Cassie made those allegations, everybody been getting hit with sexual assault cases. Denzel voice cases on all of you motherfuckers. Off Pierre, Jamie Foxx, yeah, all of you motherfuckers. Even Cuba Gooding Jr. had some new cases brought up. Even the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, got caught up. That's good for him. I ain't never liked that motherfucker. This the second investigation that they got him under. And I heard that nigga married. I know his wife mad. The feds took his cell phones and all his iPads. Diddy making shit hide. Everybody going down. Since Cassie got paid, everybody wants some money now. You know, did he do it? Did he drug her? Did he rape her? If you ain't do this shit, Diddy, why did you pay her? Y'all know I had to do this shit. Y'all won't let me retire. I'm part of the holidays now, just like Mariah. I disrespect niggas respectfully. These niggas ain't gonna do shit. Ain't nobody checking me. Y'all heard what happened. Y'all know what happened, but y'all don't care. Y'all still want me to talk about this shit again. Crazy, sick, crazy. Crazy, sick, crazy.
Diddy's in trouble.
And, you know, 50 greenlit this whole thing.
Yeah.
You get tired of your silly dancing in your videos. All up on Cell Block, see you dancing and shit. Come on over to Death Row, baby.
Well, there it is. That's Uncle Murda's 23 wrap up.
That's part 2.
Man, that's part 2 of 3. Of 3, and maybe just 3 for now. Who knows what he does over the next couple days? Just things he felt like he forgot and wants to do more. But a couple lines that stuck out was the Mariah for the holidays. Man, I heard something fucking crazy just 2 days ago.
What's that?
Mariah Carey has gone platinum every single year.
Off of that song?
Off of one song.
Yeah.
Every single year.
Yeah.
Since All I Want for Christmas came out in like 93 or 94, she has gone platinum every year since then.
Yeah, she ain't got to worry about nothing.
Ever. Huh?
She ain't got to worry about nothing.
Nigga, what you mean? Ever. Bro, can you imagine making one song that's so impactful that it'll literally be played at the same time of year every year?
Did you know somebody tried to sue her?
Doesn't matter. Sue me. Like, you're not gonna. It's cool. Like, I'm still gonna be rich. But what are they suing her for?
Because they said they were the originators of that song. They said she took the beat or the melody and saw some shit.
Doubt it.
I don't think they got far because I don't hear nothing about it anymore.
Here's what they're not going to do, Shot. Here's what they're not going to do. You're not going to say something weird about one of the greatest voices in music history.
Oh, I have nothing against Mariah.
Not you, but I'm saying the person that's saying, like, listen, you can have that song. Would you have done with it what she was able to do with it?
Right.
Probably not.
It would not be popular if it wasn't for her voice.
Probably not. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of people who's like, oh, that was my song. Well, there's a reason they gave it to somebody else because they sounded better on it. That's just what it is, And so, yeah, that's such a crazy stat. Like, to know that, man, if nothing else, All I Want for Christmas it's going to give us a nice Christmas every single year.
Every year,
I get to perform it at a parade or at a award show or something like that. They get to carry her out like every year. Yeah. That's insane. That's an insane stat. Speaking of insane, I don't want to call it insane, but did you see your man Cat Williams today?
Yo, that was good.
Man, Cat Williams. Now I don't know if he's maybe. And you know what? I'm not gonna. I don't want to say bitter, or maybe just more outspoken. I don't know, but I feel like very seldom does Cat Williams show up and show love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that sound weird?
He does not show a lot of love.
I feel like
for mainstream comedians, though.
But he is indeed a mainstream comedian. Like, no matter what,
in his opinion, he's not like them. He didn't give in to the Illuminati and didn't drink the Kool-Aid type of guy.
I mean, okay, and so now we have to have that conversation because
that's who he proclaims to be. It seems like to me.
And I guess the question is like, what's selling out versus buying in, right? Like, am I selling out or am I buying? Am I buying into what's happening to be able to kind of a means to an end, type thing? Like, I mean, and I guess I commend him, but to be real, like, Kevin Hart is funnier in movies than Cat Williams is, just overall. I mean, Money Mike is a legendary character, in a legendary movie, but I don't want to watch a 2-hour comedy of Cat Williams. I feel like I would get bored, at a little bit or annoyed, or one of the two. And that's just me. You know what I mean? I haven't enjoyed a Cat Williams comedy special since 2007, 2008.
Damn.
I mean, that's am I wrong? Like, Pimp Chronicles is goated.
Yeah,
one of the best ever. But am I wrong, Shot?
I take them for what they're worth. I'm not going to say that they're all masterpieces, but I do. I've seen a lot of them. I don't think I've seen all of them, but I've seen a lot of them.
Okay, more than have you seen them.
Worth, though.
Have they been good?
They've been okay.
That's the question.
I'm say they've been okay.
And that's the thing. I don't like stand-up comedy. Like, I'll watch an okay movie. I'll watch an okay game. I don't think I'll watch OK Comedy. I'll turn the channel, after a little bit, and that's what I've been doing to Cat Williams really since like Pimpin', I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Which was the maybe a second one, but everything after that has been at best. So for Cat Williams, for those of you who don't know, and I'll just kind of fill in the blanks for people, Cat showed up on Club Shay Shay, which is Shannon Sharp's.
I hate the name of that show. I
don't love it either. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? The show is good enough. The show is funny, and I like Shannon Sharp. So do your thing, do your thing, old man. But he had Cat Williams on, and Cat Williams had a lot to say about a lot of folks, man. I was trying to find just some clip shot of just like he said this about this person and this person. And every clip is like 30 minutes. Every one is like 15 because he went on tangents about all these people for at least 12 to 15 minutes each, and sometimes even longer.
Yep.
He had issues with, and Phil, tell me if I'm wrong, bro. I'm missing somebody. Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Cedric the Entertainer. Kevin Hart. Apparently Martin Lawrence.
I didn't hear that part.
Who else? There's one other person I'm missing in between. So Ricky Smiley.
Oh yeah.
Ricky Smiley, and that's really who he seemed like he had the most kind of.
That's where it started. It started with Ricky.
Yeah, no, it started with Ricky Smiley, basically saying Ricky Smiley said, actually on the same show that he was on with Shannon Sharp,
said he lied.
Said that he was offered Money Mike first.
Yeah.
And that's where Cat Williams was like, "No, you weren't. Like, how could you be saying you?" And he was going to play the Santa Claus. Yeah. It was like, "Yeah, no, that's not true, and you're a liar because of this." And then he goes one further and says, "The only way I'll ever be in a movie with
Ricky Smiley is if he wears a dress." Yeah, and the next movie he was in was First Sunday.
And Ricky Smiley in a dress.
Or a dress, yeah.
I heard that and was like, ouch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's something more emasculating than somebody telling you, yeah, and a nigga better be wearing a dress the next movie we in. Because if not, I'm not doing it. And then somebody coming to you and was like, yeah, we have this role, but are you with it? Like, that's a crazy, crazy thing. But also kind of shows how maybe petty Cat Williams is at the same time.
I guess so.
Like, the only way you'll work with this person if he was anything other than a man, than a masculine. Like, that's crazy to me.
He did pull like that's I don't know. That's a power move for sure.
That's a power move, but it's also something that he about being a gatekeeper. Like the same thing that you're saying that you're talking about the Kevin Harts and everything. Like, you just turned around and did the same shit, like the exact same thing. Actually, that's worse because some of them dudes are still going to get work and they can decide whether or not I want to do this. And mind you, Ricky Smiley could have decided I don't want to wear the dress or whatever, but to put it in your contract that if there's a movie that you're both in, he has to wear a dress. Like, what kind of, they make you do that when you lose a fantasy league. Oh, you got to wear a dress for a night, and we got to take pictures, and But this is like that's crazy to me. Then he goes on to say that he has issues with Steve Harvey, which is not unbelievable. Steve Harvey is not a very likable dude.
Yeah.
Do you fuck with Steve Harvey? Pause.
No, I mean I watch Family Feud, but yeah, that's about it.
I mean, I liked him until I saw how much of a simp he was.
Yeah.
And like once he wrote the book, Think Like a Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man, and all that stuff. It was kind of like, bro, what? Like, no self-respecting man would do that. Like, because I love my mom doesn't mean that I would I'm gonna keep getting bit. Like what? Like what do you? This little stuff that he was talking about in that book has kind of made him look like, oh, you're an ultimate yes man.
Yeah.
You're the ultimate yes man. Whatever she tells you to do, you're going to do it. And sure enough, that woman has been running his household, forever. Even so much so that his not even birth daughter, still his daughter, but not his daughter by birth, is probably the biggest jump off in the industry. And
my ex girlfriend used to know that. I think exactly who you're talking about. She knows. Yeah, she used to know them. She used to live down in Georgia.
Really?
Near them and shit. And her family kind of interacted with their kids and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, man. But either way, it's one of the things. Like Lori Harvey doesn't sing. She doesn't act.
Yeah.
She doesn't design clothes. She doesn't promote parties. She doesn't do anything in the industry to make people say she's the it girl, other than the fact that Steve Harvey is your dad or your stepdad.
She dates a lot of famous people.
But that's it. But that's why. Is that a reason to be famous?
That's what like a lot of white women do.
They do, but they're not famous because of it, though.
I mean, if you make the right tape, you
who's
can.
Who's the most famous white girl you know that didn't already do something?
Kim Kardashian.
She's not even white. She's Armenian, but yes, I guess. Yeah, it's the same. It's the, from black folks, the same. She ain't black, she's white. That's how a lot of black folks, look at stuff, especially older black women. Like, that's for sure. She ain't black, then she's white. You dating a Latino girl or an Asian girl, yeah, you like white girls. Is the way that goes. But I don't know, man.
She wasn't doing nothing until that tape came out.
Say what?
She wasn't doing nothing until that tape came out.
She wasn't. No, she wasn't. She's no talent, no anything. And again, like Lori Harvey, she dated everybody. And
Exactly.
she dated until she found somebody dumb enough or enough somebody's dumb enough to marry her. So
just wait for the tape to come out. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, there's definitely a tape of Lori Harvey somewhere doing something for sure. Somebody's got it. What's my man's name from Snowfall? He's got one. Michael B. Jordan, he's got one. One of them got one. There's gonna be late.
Oh, nah, hope not, Michael, because that shit, that's gonna fuck his shit up. I don't know. It might make.
I don't think men's reputations are tarnished from sex tapes.
You might be
unless
right.
you got small meat. Like, I don't think men's reputations get tarnished. Tommy Lee became a god. Pam is the one that suffered.
Yeah.
Ray J became like, bro, you see what Ray J did, like, and everything like that. And Kay couldn't suffer because she was a nobody, and so more attention made her a somebody.
But that would put if Michael had one, that would put him in a whole different category. I think that would lessen his, like, I don't know. It seems like it would cheapen him a little bit.
I don't know. It might, it might, but also you got to think of the army of men who already kind of, let's be real, already kind of hate on Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it a buck, bro. You're talking about a dude who's a black dude, about 6'2", 6'3", impeccable shape. Women think he's good looking. Your girl definitely thinks he's good looking. Like, it's, how many fights I've been in with my girl based on this nigga, based on what she thought I was thinking.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, weird, you know what I mean, about that, because yes, man, your ladies are definitely looking at Michael B. Jordan. So for most men, a lot of men, there's probably a lot of already like, I don't like this nigga because she like him or he like him. So, you know what I'm saying? So never mind, he's a great actor. Never mind, nigga was in Hardball, you know what I mean, years ago.
Yeah.
Like, never mind, he was on The Wire. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I fuck Michael B. Jordan. Like, he'll always be my good
Black
grace.
Panther, damn it.
He's like, he was, man, Killmonger. Tell me, there's probably two or three cooler villains in the Marvel universe so far.
Yeah,
maybe two. I don't want to give it three. We're gonna go Thanos. I was a big.
If you got you got to watch the Marvel What If shit, because that John is dope as hell.
I've seen some of it. I've seen.
You seen season 2?
No, I haven't seen season 2, but I definitely gotta check those out. But
yeah,
but we're
you might change your mind about Hella. Hella is a beast.
Okay, well, my favorite, and this is for another time, but my favorite Marvel villain is Juggernaut. You know what I mean?
He can't be stopped once it gets moving.
There's nothing you can do about him, and he's smart as fuck. Kane Marco, you know what I'm saying, is like a genius.
That's Professor X's stepbrother or something, ain't it?
Yeah, and so he's a genius, man. So like Kane Marco, aka the Juggernaut, There's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? Once he's moving for you just move, you know. But back to Cat Williams, man.
Yeah.
Cat decided to also take aim at Cedric the Entertainer and said that he was stealing jokes from him, stole a joke from him way back in the Comic View era.
In 1998.
And then used it during the Kings of Comedy tour
in 2000, some shit. Yeah.
I went to go see that Kings of Comedy tour in the theater with good friends of mine. Still one of the best things I've ever seen in the movie theater, and we laughed the entire time.
Yeah.
But imagine being in the theater, right? I'm gonna go see this movie and I'm gonna support these men who I've looked up to and I admire as the same craft. And imagine somebody doing your joke, word for word, as you sit in the theater watching people crack up at it, or you sitting at home when you first got the VHS and watching everybody die about your joke that you told. I don't know, man. I think that's the stealing jokes is
low, man.
Yeah, you can't steal jokes, bro. Like that's one of them things. I think as I mean, mind you, comics will tell you they'll trade jokes. Oh, I didn't like that. I don't like this one, bro. Can I use it? Because I can figure out how to flip that and make it. That happens a lot, with comics. But to just blatantly steal someone's joke.
Do we have proof of it? Can we watch them side by side? Do they have that? Like, how do we know?
You know what? It's YouTube, and I guarantee somebody went back and found the joke.
It'll probably be out in a couple days.
No, shit, it's probably out now, man. I'll take a look on the, on the old YouTube machine here on the phone, and see if I can find it. But that's why he's mad. Ced's come out and said, man, this motherfucker's a clown, essentially, like clown ass motherfucker. But I don't know, man. I don't want to believe that Cedric the Entertainer, who's not one of my favorite comedians, but somebody who I think he's funny when he's in certain situations.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Okay. Well, I did find something. And so let's see if we can see this one, and then we'll take a look at Cedric the Entertainer's first. So, yeah. Okay, so we got some shorts here, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and then y'all tell us if we're tripping or if Cat is tripping. Okay, here we go. Some dude's talking at the beginning of this, so bear with me.
So you guys, I know everybody's trending about Cat Williams talking about Cedric the Entertainer stole his joke back in the 90s, and it's the spaceship Cadillac joke. It's the same joke that Cedric the Entertainer closed the Kings of Comedy out with. Now check this out. This is an actual video clip of Cat Williams performing that joke on BET's Comic View, and I'm gonna play it for you guys. Now, is Cat Williams still crazy? I'm not saying that Cedric stole from him, but it's very similar. He basically was talking about driving a spaceship and treating it like a Cadillac. And this is actual video proof because everybody's talking, but no one actually seen the clip. Check this out and tell me your thoughts about this. Make sure you guys subscribe for more.
Man, nobody wants. Okay, well, that was a lady talking for 45 seconds of, but here's somebody else that hopefully.
All right, so we about to end this Cat Williams.
Bro, we don't care about
whether Cedric stole his joke or not. Watch this. So before I press play, this is Cat Williams on Comic View on the date that he said he was on it.
Just you got to get something to hold your camera.
Yeah.
And make sure you can't hear it. Yeah. There's a lot wrong with this video for this gentleman.
For sure.
All right, he working the wheel, right? He working the wheel, doing everything right. Okay. All right. So before I play it,
okay, no, we kind of know Sedge joke. Why is it so hard to find silly stuff? Like, all right, come on, YouTube, help us out, man. But I don't know, man. What do you? It seems like he stole that last part. You know, Comic View 98. It's the old school set, like we see it. I mean,
it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, if he did the whole reverse in there thing like that, then yeah, he definitely stole that bit. But yeah, I mean, you could tell that was one dude thinking, this motherfucker's not going nowhere. He ain't gonna use it. This right here is as big as it's gonna get for him. Like, I'm over here doing this. He should be lucky I'm doing that shit. So he has a problem with Cedric the Entertainer. Now we have proof that he's actually probably not wrong.
Right.
Thinks Kevin Hart is an industry plant. Yeah, thinks Kevin Hart is an industry plant, you know, which I'm like, Kevin Hart's funnier than you. And at one point, Kevin Hart had a real rebuttal. This was a few years ago on The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that, but he was it was just saying that, no, man, the reason that Cat Williams is the bigger star is because of Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Like, it's your fault. Like, you didn't do this and you didn't do this and everything like that. It's you. So hard to argue with that because we kind of know Cat's history, I guess, you know, more than anything. You got beat up by an 8th grader, bro. So you get a chance, man. Go ahead and check out that Club Shay Shay interview, man. Again, it's a terrible name, but it's usually really, really good interviews with a lot of people. And yeah, that shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, just get on the show and just go crazy like that. Speaking of dating, or speaking of shows, do you remember there used to be a show on MTV called Singled Out?
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
The dating show. For those of you who don't know, MTV used to have shows and music, you know, and so for most of the day it was shows, and then the other half of the day it was a lot of music shows and stuff like that. So one of the great shows was called Singled Out, and it was a dating game. It was the first kind of speed dating, online dating type thing that we had ever seen. People would come. There's different things on like this little board, and you choose one of the things almost like Jeopardy or something like that. And they'll be like, they'll give choices like big and buff or, you know, or you know, small and fluff, you know, talking about body types. And then just say, I don't like small and fluff. Sorry. So all the short, fat guys have to leave while the muscular guys stay. And then they finally get to see her as they're walking away. Then they get this little thing they get to put on somebody's like, oh, I'll keep you though. Like, I don't like guys like you, but I will keep you, or girls like you. And they put the little thing on them.
Yeah.
Singled Out was a great show, and it made me excited for dating, but it also taught me a lot of stuff about what women want and probably don't want. Right? You know what I'm saying? And now I think people are just super confused about what people want and who people are. And I think online dating has muddied the water. And now we can't see what's what anymore. So
I guess so.
Have you ever dated online, Shot?
Never dated anybody from online. I've been on apps, but I've never
met with anybody or did something.
I never hooked up with anybody from online.
It's a very weird experience. Because I'll be honest, I'm an old school dude. We're old school dudes. I remember actually having to go up and talk to a woman.
Yeah.
Right? I remember having to go up and spark conversation on the bus, at the mall, at school, you know, like, you know, wherever you were, the arcade or skating rink, like wherever, you know, you were that people your age were, you know, you had to go and find them. Now I can look at somebody from afar, never speak to them, and then follow them on Instagram. It's weird.
That's crazy.
It's a weird thing. Online dating has taken away the ability for men and women to talk.
Yeah.
And not even just men and men and men, women and women, whatever you date. I think it's made it difficult for people to do that because now you can't see what's what.
Right.
Like when we show up with who we are, basically. Now people get a glimpse of who you are before they even meet you. That glimpse can be wrong though, because on social media,
most likely it's not going to be. Yeah,
we're not putting our ugly pictures on social media, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody ever does that. Nobody ever is like, oh, it's just ugly, like, or unless you're making an ugly face on purpose and everything. But nobody ever just put their fucked up picture that they're like, oh no, duh. Nobody puts that on social media anywhere. It's the one where you're posed, you're ready, you're dressed, your hair's. I'm not taking a picture without a haircut.
Yeah,
for sure. At least a lineup. Like I'm not taking any type of picture, anything, because that's going to be out there forever, and that's going to be what people who I don't really know are going to think of me, and people that I do kind of know. I just feel like, man, there's a reason like social media, like interactions are up, and just the ability to people to stay married and get married and start relationships is like down. And I think online dating is like, I feel like it's dangerous. You get to be a representation of whoever you want to be, online. And most of that shit is not true.
Yeah, facts. Like it's a gamble too. Like you don't know none of that. You don't know what you're getting for real. Like,
bro, every girl online takes pictures like this, Josh. So I can't see your face. I don't see your body. Yeah. All I see is this. Oh, she's pretty, nice, face and everything. This is kind of slim, and then we meet, and I'm like, yo, like,
yeah, that's not true though.
That's, what I'm saying? Like, there's no us changing the camera angle to get the, what I'm saying? It is kind of what it is, for us. And for a lot of that, that's deceiving.
Facts.
It's real, that's real deceiving. But here's the one thing that I feel like it's killed dating for. It's made it impossible to talk to women and men.
What's that?
Nobody knows their role anymore.
Hey.
Let's just go ahead and be real, Shot. Let's just be real, man. This is going to sound very shallow. I should preface my comments by saying that I'm not a shallow person. If you know me, I feed the homeless. I buy meals when I see them. Like I've never called anyone ugly, to their face just because I felt like it was something to do. Usually it was provoked if it happened. But I've never been just a mean person like that. That said, we all knew our roles as far as what we could bring to the table and what we were presenting overall.
Right.
Meaning, if you were an 8 or 9, you knew you were an 8 or 9. You might have been, maybe some of those people were self-conscious and didn't quite know because they used to be big or they used to have glasses and braces and pimples, and now they're, that happens too. They just don't know what they're, but for the most part, people that are attractive know they're attractive.
Mm-hmm.
People that weren't attractive knew they weren't attractive, but they made up with it with personality or, whatever the case is. So that 3, 4 became 5, 6, 7, because they're funny as shit. They can cook. They're super sweet. They're like all those things that you could ask for.
Right.
On social media, everybody's a 10. Everybody gets to be a 10. And so now you've got people who in real life are 3s and 4s that are online talking about, I can date any man I want to, and you got to have this. And if you're not this, if you're not, this is fucked up, Shot. But I do this. I'm tall. And so the first question I usually get is, how tall are you? Like, I don't, they always have these preferences and everything. How tall are you? The first question I ask back is, how much do you weigh?
Hey.
Like, so how tall are you? How much do you weigh?
Yeah.
Really? Because if I didn't meet a certain standard of yours,
you
would have said like, oh, well, yeah, I don't typically date guys that are shorter than 5'9" because I'm, 5'7", and okay. But if we were to say, yeah, man, if you're pushing 150, 160, Yeah. 180. Like that's not really what I'm looking for. So yeah, how much do you weigh? Yeah, it puts things into perspective a little bit. And I say that because, again, some of those girls that are asking how tall I am, you have come on, man. In what world have you ever got to be choosy before social media and before online dating? And now all of a sudden,
it didn't happen before.
And mind you, there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying they shouldn't be choosy with whom they sleep with, or spend time with. Absolutely, you should. Everybody should, to be honest. It's disgusting to just sleep with anybody. Like, number one. But at the same time, like, we knew I can get her, I can't get her. Off top, I might be able to get her if we're real cool and we this and that and everything like that. And she's okay. We understood what our roles were. Now nobody knows their role, and because you don't actually have to talk to anybody, you can say anything crazy. Anything crazy. So the first time a woman tells you, "No, I'm not really interested, not looking for anything," fuck you, bitch. I didn't like your stupid ass. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Sometimes I just look at people's comments and I just read what they say. And depending on the site, some of it is like, "Oh, girl, I would eat your ass." Like, what? Who, you said that to her? Like, not like a prompt that says, "Who wants to eat this ass?" Then all of a sudden, people's like, "Oh, me."
Yeah, you just gonna say that.
You scroll through a regular picture and like, "Oh, girl, the things I would do to you." Was like, what? Like, what? Have you ever walked up to a woman, Shot, that you didn't know and was like, "Oh, girl, the things I would do to you right now"?
Never.
Because what sane person does that?
Not anybody sane.
But online, you can say that because I have no real repercussion. She could say, "Oh, thank you. You're not so bad yourself" online. Or she could block you. It could be in any one of those things in between. So you just don't really know. And I think because there's no real repercussion of getting slapped in the face, of getting told how much of a fucking creep you are, or how rude or much of a bitch you are, or whatever the case is, people can say whatever they want to.
Yeah, I see. Online dating is it's not my thing.
It's a weird place, bro. It's honestly, it's trying to find Gucci at Walmart.
Damn.
Like you're probably not going. You might find Gucci adjacent. You might find something with maybe just one red, just a red and a green stripe. Maybe not two green stripes, but a red and a green. But and also what it's done, you go to a club, you go to a bar. Everybody, if you're by yourself on a public transit, something like that, everybody's on their phone. That's instantly telling me I'm not fucking with you. I'm not listening to nothing you're talking about. I'm not interested in listening to anything you're talking about. That's just kind of one of those things. So if I do go up to you in the bar or in somewhere and spark a conversation, in most cases, sometimes they don't even know how to react because now I have to have a real conversation with somebody, and I don't get to think for 3 to 4 minutes about my response when I have to say something. Like this is a weird. You young motherfuckers messed it up for everybody, and then have the nerve to talk about like, I can't find a relationship, and relationships I want an old school. No, you don't, because if you did, you would do old school shit and meet people the old school way. And unfortunately, whatever you're looking for, you're probably not going to find it on your phone. Just saying. Like, it's probably not. I mean, I did not meet my lady over the phone.
Right.
I don't know if Shop met yours over the phone. You know what I mean? Like, that's not where it's going to happen for you in most cases. For some, it does, and congratulations to you. But you're the exception, not the rule. And so that's just kind of one of those things. So if you are online dating, if you have any advice, for people that listen, not for us, because I don't think either of us fucking care. Like if I'm dating online, I'm trying to fuck.
Hey,
that's just kind of what it is. I mean, that's like, guaranteed I'm not looking for a relationship if I'm dating online, for something like that. That's a weird thing for me.
I saw the funniest fucking episode of Family Guy. I told you about that shit.
Yeah, what happened? So can I be honest before you start? Seth MacFarlane is one of the great writers, of the generation, right? That said, Family Guy is fucking corny to me.
You said who? Corny?
Family Guy is corny to me. Always has been. But it's still funny at points. And so I will get caught like something will go off, a game will go off, and Family Guy will be on. And I was like, okay. Now I'll end up watching an hour and a half of Family Guy just because it was on TV.
No, it's not bad. It was a funny. I don't really watch it anymore, but it's still on. That's the funny part to me is that it's still on.
I mean, every week they know they got a winner. Cartoons don't go away. Good cartoons don't go away. You know,
right?
Them motherfuckers stick around forever.
Simpsons is still on, and now Disney owns them. So who knows when that's going to go away?
Simpsons always going to hold a place in my heart. Obviously, Matt Groening being from Portland, Oregon.
Is that right?
Went to Lincoln High School, so the creator of The Simpsons is from right here in Portland. And actually, how about this? All the characters from The Simpsons are named after streets here in Portland.
Oh, that's crazy.
So if you're a Simpsons fan and you come to Portland,
you got Quimby Street.
Quimby Street. We have, I mean, with the exception of like Apu and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean? Like, but for the most part, Quimby Street, Flanders.
Yeah.
Simpson, obviously. I'm trying to think of some more Simpsons characters that we don't have like a Krabappel. There's none of that. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask about that one too.
Yeah, there's no Krabappel Street. There's a Killingsworth, but I don't know if that was initially one of the things. But yes, man, The Simpsons is
Skinner.
There's not a Skinner. There is a. Well, no, there's not a Skinner. Yeah, there's not a Skinner. However, some of the other, iconic characters from The Simpsons are named after Portland streets here, and which is pretty cool, man. You've seen Grandma's Boy?
No.
Really? So
no,
okay.
You told me to watch that shit too,
man. Okay, only because as a gamer, you have to watch it. And I'll go one further for you. I'll go one further for you. As a 40-year-old gamer, you have to watch it.
Yeah, that's what she said.
It's one of those things, like it's one of those movies that if there's ever a time where I'm just looking for something to watch and I just can't find anything, and my girl's like, just put on Grandma's Boy, I'll always be okay with Grandma's Boy. It's one of the number one, it really gives an ode to like video games and stuff like that. Like not necessarily like, talking about old games and stuff like that, but just like for those of us who enjoy video games and would love the opportunity to like work on games and stuff like that. For an Xbox user like myself, it's pretty dope, bro. So get a chance. Even I don't know what time you got to work in the morning.
I got to be there at 12 p.m.
Oh, okay. But sometime this week, man, go ahead and watch Grandma's Boy, man. It's a great movie. It's an Adam Sandler movie, but he's not in it.
Okay.
So it's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of the things, man. So definitely, like Pixels was terrible. Like I've yet to see a good like video game adaptation, like not adaptation, but like movie type. Wreck-It Ralph was cool.
Yeah, that was all right. I didn't see the second one. I started to watch it, but I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, second one was okay, but the first one was much better.
Yeah.
Did you like Tron?
I saw how many did they make? I saw the first remake.
I think the first one came out in like the 80s, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about the new one. The new one was cool. I didn't know if they did one after the first one.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell.
But I know I saw the first one. It was okay. I was kind of like I felt nostalgic about the storyline, even though I don't really remember watching the first movie. I know I watched it, but it was so long ago. Like I don't remember the shit.
Is there any video game movie that you would like to see get made?
More
than that, have you seen Twisted Metal yet?
I started watching it. I ain't finished it.
Fucking great, bro. I thought Samoa Joe in the series.
I didn't even get to that part.
Yeah, he plays Sweet Tooth in the series.
Samoa Joe plays Sweet Tooth?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, so I did see that. I didn't know that was Samoa Joe.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, yeah. So, new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations to Samoa Joe. Long overdue. WWF had this motherfucker being an announcer.
Yeah.
Like how insulting.
Disrespect.
Yeah. So now
disrespect.
kind of rubbing it in their face as he should, because he's, Samoa Joe is definitely that good.
He took out MJF, didn't he?
I say again.
Took out MJF.
Yeah, well, technically, Adam Cole and company took out MJF, which
Devil Adam Cole.
Yeah, Adam Cole, Bay, man, one of my favorites.
You didn't think I was gonna know all that shit, did you? I did my research.
I'm glad you did, man, because it's a big moment. Did you see The Rock return?
Yeah, I didn't get to see it live, but I did see I saw the YouTube videos and all that shit.
My son sent it to me, and I'm like, why am I watching Jinder Mahal? It's like, why would you send this to me?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I heard that iconic first few words. You know what I'm saying? Those first 3 words. If you smell, it's like, oh shit. Like, that's always my reaction to The Rock coming out. It's like, oh shit, like he's here. And so it was great to see The Rock, but the one thing he did is the one thing probably should have done a year ago for WrestleMania Hollywood.
But this one's gonna
moment splash, because here's the cold part. You can't take Cody out of that match. Like, there's nobody more over right now with the WWE crowd than Cody Rhodes, than maybe Jey Uso. But Rhea, I mean, obviously, but we're talking about on the men's side. But
yeah,
hey man, like,
I don't know, man.
Gotta give this to Cody. Like, they've been talking about finishing the story all year, finishing the story. Doesn't make sense to Rock and have a championship match.
He hasn't really been on that trajectory at this point anyway, so I don't know if they're gonna do it this year.
Who hasn't?
Cody.
Man, yeah, they're definitely gonna do it this year. At WrestleMania 40, Dusty's kid finally winning the championship from Roman Reigns, and we've been hearing that Roman is trying to hang it up. I read something that they've been offering him. They've offered him a few times, few opportunities to resign. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm good right now.
Wow.
We forget that this man had leukemia.
Yeah.
And, there's probably a lot of work that goes into him. It's the reason he doesn't wrestle every week too, folks, just being real. But they're able to kind of build this Roman Reigns mystique, based on him not being there. I think it's more special like that.
The way they did Brock.
Yeah. I think it's more special like that. The champion shows up when he's ready, when he wants to, because he's the champion, and he's a box office draw. And so I think it's one of those things that when you have, bro, chill.
I saw that too.
Chill. Like, thank you, but no. It's kind of, Roman is that box office to where you don't need him every week. Brock was that big to where you don't need him every week, but as soon as you heard his music, here we go.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it's the same thing with Roman Reigns. Now he's at a point to where if he comes out and cuts a promo, gold.
Yeah.
I'll say this, I don't know if you've noticed, but when Roman talks to the camera after something, that's his best work. So he's leaving the match and he'll be in the camera. I'll run this. That's when he's the best right there.
Yeah.
That right there. It's like when he doesn't have to like kind of stick to this script and he can just look at the camera and riff.
Yeah.
That's when you're like, oh, this guy's got it. CM Punk, man, it's more of a nostalgia act to me because he doesn't look good in the ring. He I don't know if you didn't see any of his AEW matches, bro.
No.
But they were sloppy and they were just, there's a reason the only match he had wasn't on live TV.
Right? They say he did good against Dom.
Dom is great though. He's Rey Mysterio's son. Like, Dom is amazing, and the crowd knows it, but they don't want to acknowledge it. But Dom is great in the ring, So yeah, for that to be your first match back, it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's cool, Dom. I'm not gonna say he carried him, but you go back and look at, he had some good matches or some good opponents in AEW, like Hangman Adam Page. Some of the matches were just like ugh. The one with Eddie Kingston, like, just this is just some bro. Like, you can do better than that. And I'll be honest, I've never liked CM Punk like that. I've always kind of thought he was overrated.
I was a fan. Yeah, I can't say I wasn't. Yeah, I liked him.
Tell me why.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think it might have been at first it was like the straight edge joint. I just admired the straight edge lifestyle. It was cool, even though I wasn't. I was just like, it's cool that somebody stands up for that type of shit.
You was marking X's on your hands and shit like that.
I never did that. Never
do
did
any
that.
of this. Not gonna do none of that. I'm abstaining from everything.
Never did that. I just thought it was cool that somebody stood up for that shit.
Yeah, no, it was definitely different, especially coming off a time where dude was literally coming in the ring and getting drunk at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Bang! Let's go. And then DX was like, "Man, ladies, pull your titties out!" Like it was a
it was
crazy
wild.
time in wrestling. Like it's hard for me to let my son watch Attitude Era. Luckily, he doesn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
Only people that care is us about the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
But I think I was asking you guys, man, and this is on our little private chat. Which was a better era, though? Was it Attitude or was it Ruthless Aggression?
To me, it was Attitude. I don't know. That just sticks out more for me. It's more. It's a lot of nostalgia in that Attitude Era for me. And Ruthless Aggression, it was good too, but Attitude Era just it sticks out for me.
Yeah, Attitude for nostalgic reasons, like you just mentioned. Remembering the genesis of a DX or Bret Hart starting the whole Attitude Era, really, for being real, and putting Stone Cold over and making him, kind of the guy and all that stuff. If you remember all that stuff, it's like, yeah, bro, what a great time.
I remember a lot of shit.
But I think better wrestling happened in the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah, you had Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, John Cena.
I think more than anything, and not even that, you had Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle in his prime, Chris Benoit in his prime, like Edge still up and coming at this point, Rey Mysterio in really his prime at that point. Who else? I'm missing people that play like key roles. Jericho was still, at that time. So you had like a bunch of dudes like on both sides. JBL as a heel, he was perfect for that time. Perfect to help kind of build what they were doing over there. So I think all those matches, the Four Corners match with Brock Lesnar with Eddie Guerrero and JBL.
Yeah,
the championship match between Eddie.
They had a bull rope match or something like that.
The bull rope match. Yeah, the Texas bull rope match. What else? The Big Show and Brock breaking the ring.
Oh yeah.
Was Rhino spearing Jericho through the Jumbotron, type things. Like, bro, there were some things that happened during that Ruthless Aggression era. Shawn Michaels, Ruthless Aggression, like.
Oh yeah, that's when he came back in 2002?
2002.
Like
and here's the cool part. You know how I feel about HBK. I feel like he's the greatest in-ring performer to ever live. I honestly think Seth Rollins is going to be the next person in line as far as being somebody that can just do everything in the ring. Like, he's going to be that next dude. I used to think it was going to be Dolph Ziggler, but they just never gave him the chance. But
yeah, they never did. That's fucked up.
They should have. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to be going somewhere and making a lot of money for them soon. So whatever.
He'll probably come back.
Shawn Michaels had good matches, great matches against Bret, Mr. Perfect, all those things, like kind of early Shawn Michaels pre the back accident. Undertaker, he had some good matches with.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of the 30-minute Iron Man match, he doesn't have like a great match. Excuse me, the ladder match. Him and Razor. They did two of them, but the one at WrestleMania. But other than that, Shawn doesn't really have a great match outside of those two that you can really point at and everything. You can give Hell in a Cell. I don't think Hell in a Cell was a great match, but it is what it is. Moving forward, when they actually let him wrestle and as things move. Great match with Triple H.
Yeah.
Great feud with Jericho.
Yeah.
Great feud with Randy Orton, in between there.
Yeah.
I'm missing people. He had the great feud with Cena, at a point. The Ric Flair, you know what I'm saying?
I say that, yeah.
Match. So he had all these like better, the him and Shelton Benjamin, that whole match before the super kick and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like he had one with Eddie Guerrero. Like he has so many bangers. Like as he got older and stuff like that, and was able to come back. Like I like young Shawn Michaels persona better, but 2003 to 2010 or whenever he retired, Shawn Michaels, that was the dude.
Yeah,
he was great. Obviously, The Undertaker, 2 great matches against The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Right.
So I mean, yo, shit, old Shawn Michaels, and that was all during that Ruthless Aggression era. Like, obviously, Stone Cold, right? The Rock. All those dudes. Let me ask you this: do you consider Triple H more attitude or Ruthless Aggression?
He's more attitude. He's definitely more attitude
the whole time, or because really Ruthless Aggression was when he got to be the guy.
But the Attitude Era is what made him. Like it formed him. He even in '99, like he had already left DX and stuff, and he had been champion. He already, was in the corporation and all that. In 2000, 2001, like he wasn't a good guy. He was still doing his thing. He still had attitude. So I think he shined more. I can't say shine more.
I mean, because honestly, why did he shine?
He had more attitude, and he never stopped having attitude. Even in the Ruthless Aggression era, he never stopped having attitude.
No, it changed. It changed, and this is why.
Ever changed? He didn't.
No, he did, because here's why. He changed because he went from that, jacked up cerebral assassin guy. Now he's Evolution Triple H. Now he's smoother and he's calmer and he's smiling, and you know what I'm saying. And mind you, we forget that Evolution shit was 2 years. 2.5 years of Evolution, doing that whole thing. And so, what do they call it? The Triple H Reign of Terror?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Where he completely wiped through the entire Monday Night Raw roster. Yeah. Oh, you give me Goldberg? Yep, I'm going to beat him. You give me Scott Steiner? I'm going to beat him. Shawn Michaels 3 times? I'm going to beat him. Like, yeah. I mean, they really, Rob Van Dam, Booker T at WrestleMania. Hit him with a pedigree and then took like 30 seconds to cover him. It was like,
I don't want to talk about that. That made me so mad. I don't even talk about that.
Yeah,
that was some bullshit.
No, it really was. And so, yeah, that's why I kind of I would say, because obviously while he had the championship, the show was never about Triple H when in 99 and 2000. It was never about Triple H. The show was about Austin and The Rock.
Yeah.
Who was going to be, at the end of the day on the top, Austin or Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we talked about this. Do you know The Rock has only beat Austin clean once?
Yeah. Yeah, you told me that.
That's insane, bro. That's insane for all the time that they had this major. So then the base question, was it really a rivalry?
It was, because the way it started back in 97, 98, some shit. Yeah, that joke was crazy.
But I'm saying
it was fucking with each other. The Rock the belt.
But it can't be a rivalry if one side is always winning.
It's always yes, it can.
No, it can't. A rivalry is I beat them, they beat me, we beat we beat each other. It's just one of them things. That's the definition of a rivalry. You know what I mean?
If two individuals keep going at each other over a period of time.
But if only one of them is winning, that's called an ass whooping, bro.
No, it's still a rivalry. He kept going until he got one, so it's still a rivalry.
That's an ass whooping, bro. I'm gonna keep fighting.
They were still equal. They were still equals. It's not that The Rock couldn't beat Stone Cold. Just stuff kept happening. At the one joint, Vince McMahon helped him win, and The Rock was going to win that. So it's not just that he got his ass whipped all the time by Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's always circumstances when shit like that happens.
I mean, it is, but I mean, yet and still, the only real victory he had was with the last match at WrestleMania 19.
And that's the only one that mattered. He took that shit. He could have had it at WrestleMania 17 or some shit, or one of them Jones.
Yeah, that story still doesn't make sense to me. I'm still trying to really wrap my head around. Mind you, it was a crazy ending, but that whole
nobody expected it, but it was not needed.
It wasn't needed. But I still think Austin would have went over anyway.
Nah.
They're gonna in Texas. They weren't gonna give that to The Rock to have them get booed out of that. They weren't gonna do that.
They might have.
There's a reason that they let The Rock win in Miami. It was home. They didn't want stand up. They don't want the end of WrestleMania to end with a bunch of boos.
Yeah.
Or the reason that they didn't give Roman Reigns the title that year at WrestleMania against Rock, and they let Seth cash in. So at the end of the day, you do not want to end our biggest event going off of at that point pay-per-view with a chorus of boos.
They did it once.
When?
Triple H.
Oh, WrestleMania 2000.
He ended the match. I think maybe it may have been, but he was the first and only, I think, to end the match as a heel. Yeah.
Well, no, Triple H also did it again in WrestleMania 19 or WrestleMania 18 against Booker T.
I think it was a main event match. It's only been one main event match where the heels won.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a.
Yeah, those are like a fatal 4-way.
Yeah, what the WrestleMania thing?
Yeah, it was Big Show, Mankind, Rock.
Remember the game WrestleMania 2000?
Yeah, great game. Honestly, you know what we don't do enough? We don't give enough love to WCW NWO World Tour.
I mean, I give it love.
I mean, because mind you, like there is no WrestleMania 2000 of No Mercy without those games, without that game first. You know what I mean? I thought that game, I think the first game was Nitro or something like that, or Mayhem. No, that was later.
I think it was Nitro.
Yeah, but I thought WCW NWO World Tour, like
Mayhem sucked.
The game sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the exact same graphics they would end up using, for
WrestleMania. No, not that one. Then I think there was one that they had that was on PlayStation. That shit was the worst.
Oh no, but I know Nintendo 64 did real right because was Mayhem on anything else? Was it or was it just on 64?
I don't know if it was if it's the same one.
Mayhem, I kept saying that. No Mercy.
Oh no Mercy was only on 64.
Yeah, so
that's a WWF John.
Yeah, if you didn't have No Mercy, like I said, I think only those games came out on 64.
64, yeah.
Yeah, because WrestleMania 2000, I'm so glad I had a 64 and on a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? I think I've never owned a PlayStation.
Yeah, you said that before. That's crazy.
That's a crazy thing. Like that's a crazy stat. Like in my entire life, 40 years, I've never once owned a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Not that I'm against PlayStations, but there was just I never had much problem with stuff loading on Xbox unless it was the Ring of Death.
Yeah.
And remember that shit?
I got that twice.
In there. Oh shit.
Yeah, that shit's fun.
I'm watching some Frenchman. I don't know, whoever you're not Wembanyama, no. Watching somebody plays for Atlanta Hawks just completely demolishing OKC. Johnson. Yeah, he's dunking on everybody. It's crazy. He's long too.
Damn.
So yeah, man. But no, I was trying to think of a video game I'd like to see made into a game.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I'm shit, man. I'm trying to think of something that's not corny. I would like to see them do Street Fighter again. I heard
that they were supposed to be making like a Streets of Rage movie. Yeah.
Skate's gonna be in it.
Who?
Skates.
Oh, probably. That would be cool.
Yeah, from the second one, which was mine. Yeah. He was everybody's favorite character.
Yeah, that would be cool.
On the second one. But yeah, I'm trying to think of they've done everything. They've done Resident Evil. They've done,
we got I think God of War needs to be made.
I thought that already was a movie.
Nah.
Yeah. So
Gears of War too is supposed to be coming out somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta.
Those are all. Yeah, you ain't played none of. Well, God of War is.
I really didn't.
So you wouldn't play that shit.
Yeah, I really didn't play any of them shits, bro. So.
Gears of War is good though. Gears of War is on Xbox.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't play any really shooting, first-person shooter games or anything like that. I was always kind of a sports game guy. It's weird that I still suck, at sports games, but whatever. Still better than most, I guess. But yeah, Shop man, what you up to for the rest of the night, bro?
Not shit, man. Getting ready for work tomorrow.
Yeah. Should probably let everybody know that we will be kind of changing our structure a little bit of how things look on After Hours. We want to have some folks in, and we want to have some real convos, you know what I'm saying, with some real people, you know what I'm saying, that's out there doing real shit. And I think this is a great space to put them in and get maybe some cool stories and stuff like that. So if you know anybody that's interested and think they'd be, good for a little After Hours conversation, then let me know. And also, I think we plan to start broadcasting live on IG and also live on, potentially Facebook, and everything like that. So we're trying to go worldwide, with our shit over here, man. So, man, if you want to interact with us, as always, man, make sure you get us. He is at _shot7800. I'm at TaylorMade_503. That's the Instagram. That's the Twitter. Or the X, which is
all that shit. Yeah.
I don't know, on X. I didn't know this.
You didn't know?
No, and I'm scrolling through. It's like, God damn, it's a lot of vagina. Like right now, like I'm not complaining, but it was like, yo, like I wasn't expecting any of this.
It's everywhere now.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's Elon Musk is a freak, bro.
Yeah,
that's the first thing he did. It was like, okay, let Twitter be for the freaks now. So, man, we appreciate you guys as always for rocking with us, man. Again, make sure you follow us on all the socials. Make sure you follow Shot on his TikTok too. You know what I mean? And getting them on that. So, man, Shot, man, always a pleasure, my dude.
No doubt. Same here, man.
That's what's up, man. So, for my guy Alan Scott, I'm Rashad Taylor. We'll holler at y'all, man.